Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want to show you guys how to build an interactive dashboard. When I mean an interactive dashboard, I mean a Power BI dashboard that includes all the features. When you open a Power BI dashboard, all the features such as, let's say, bookmark, navigation button, drill through features, and drill down features, adding features to the information pages, any kind of feature that you see in a Power BI dashboard at all, we're going to include it in this video. And don't worry, I am making this video as beginner friendly as possible. So if this is your first time using Power BI, don't worry, I'm going to make this as beginner friendly as possible. If you're an advanced user and you're kind of looking like a and you're kind of looking for a very quick video to kind of build your Power BI dashboard, then this video is also for you. So let's jump right in there. So what's the first thing first that we're supposed to look at? The first thing that we're supposed to look at is our data set. So I like using a very simple data set. I don't like making things very complex. So I'm just gonna pull up some financial record from Power BI. So if you have Power BI installed on your machine, just open the app. You can see it's even on title. Open the app, and when you open the app, it usually comes like this. Click on the blank page and it will open a blank page, a blank canvas for you like this. So once that is done, you will see these 4 features down here. We say import data from an Excel, from SQL, from a blank table, but here we're just going to use like a sample data set. So I'm going to hit on this and it's going to ask me, do I want to load it? I'll click yes, I'll load that. When I hit on that button, you will see this navigator button that usually comes up when you are importing a data set. So I'm going to go ahead and click this financial data set here, and it will give me a preview of what the data looks like. So it will ask me if I want to like kind of load it into the model and do some transformation. If you feel like loading the data into the model, just hit on the model and it's going to come to the Power Query. And here there's a lot of features here. You can kind of like right click on them and see like a lot of features here. If you want to like kind of maybe like group the columns, split, or do any kind of, or remove duplicates, or any kind of transformation at all that they want to do. If you want to rename, just double hit on the column name and the name will be it will allow you to kind of like type the name that you want to type in there. But for this data set, we're just going to leave it exactly the way it is like this. If you review the data type, when you look at it, this particular text that you see in the front is a data type. So this particular one that show ABC, it means it's a text. It's a text data type. So if I scroll and look at them, you see that here we have like the sales price, and this is sales price. So if you look at it, sales price is not supposed to be like a whole number, right? It's supposed to be like a fixed number. So it's supposed to be like a currency, and so I think we should make that update. So I'm gonna scroll through it and check. So let's start from here. Units sold. So if you look at units sold, it's actually in decimal. The units sold, it's supposed to be a dollar amount, right? Believe me, we are all allowed to make mistakes, so I really don't know if it's a dollar amount or it's actually like a normal figure, but I'm just going to change it to a fixed decimal number, which is going to like give us like a unit code, a unit it's going to like format it to no. Unit sold cannot be a currency amount, so forgive me guys, let's leave it just the way it is like this. It was actually in a decimal data type, so leave it like this. But manufacturing price, of course, is supposed to be like a dollar amount. So we are leaving everything to 2 decimal places, and the sales price as well. You can see the sales price is actually like numeric and text, and that's not what we want. So let's format it to like a dollar, like a currency value. And the gross sales as well, so let's leave it as a fixed value. And the discount, of course, it also has to be a fixed value, a fixed dollar value, and the fixed decimal number, I mean. So we're also going to format that for the sales. And the cost as well, we're going to change it to dollar, as well as the profits. I think the profit is the last one here. So you can see that we have formatted all our data types to be correct. Let's check the date. The date is not properly formatted, so let's make it a date. I don't want date time, let's just make it a date. And the month number should actually be a whole number. We do not have we do not have decimals in month number. It is 1 to 12. So the month name for this, we can just leave it as text, and the year as well, we can also leave it as a whole number. So you can see we have actually made some pretty transformation here in Power Query. So once you are done, we want to close and apply. So when we close and apply, it's going to like load the data again in the data model. So here you can see that we actually have only one table here, which is like in the data model, and I want us to like see how we can model our data together to like have like an overview, like a small idea of how a data model looks like. So we can bring in another extra table here, which is like the date table. We can bring in the calendar table. So what I can do is I want my calendar table to be based off this table here, this particular date that we have in the data set. So I'm going to come on this model here. In this Canva, now we have three types of views here. We have the report view, we have the table view, and the model view. So in the report view Canva, come to the home page, and the third one, which is the model, click on model and click on this new table here. So when you click on new table, it's going to allow you to kind of like create a table using DAX. So here I want to like create a calendar table, and I want my calendar to have the start date, and the start date I want it to be the minimum of the date that we have in this financial data set here. It's going to be the minimum of that, and my max date is going to be the maximum of the date column which we have in our financial data set, like I say. So I'm going to go ahead and close that, and I'm going to close my calendar table. I'm going to hit enter. So you can see I've done that, and you can see I have my calendar table here, but you can see it is in date time. And if we look at the data type of our date column here, actually it's a date. So we also have to make this look as a date. The reason why I'm asking you to do this is because when you are modeling data, all right, in some kind of data set, once the data type are not correct, right, you tend to have blanks. So it is very, very important that when you're modeling data, you should also make sure that the columns that you're using to model the data, they have the same data type. So I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to drag this here and drop it on this. So when I drag this and drop it on this, you can see that this is showing one to many. The reason why it's showing one to many is because this has unique month, while this has duplicate. So this is like our dimension table, the date table, like your dimension table, while this is like the one that has the multiple record, which you can also say is our fact table. So the cross filtering relationship, it is single. If you like, you can change it to both. It doesn't really affect anything, which kind of allow the financial data set to filter the date column and allow the date column to filter this as well. It kind of like it goes both way. So but let's leave it for just single for now, since we just have only two tables in this data data model. So here you can see we have successfully added a model in our data set. So what's the next thing for us to do? So the next for us to do is to come back to this date column and add some few columns that we might need in our report. When we want to start building our report, there are some few columns that we need, such as the month name. So I'm going to come here, and in this particular table view, I'm going to go up here in this column tools, and I'm going to click on new column. So new column, I'm going to add something called month name. So I want this to kind of like format the date that I have in this table here, and I want you to format it as I want to format it. Okay, let's just call this month name year. Well, let's call this month year, right? Like, okay, let's say year month, so that we'll have the year first and the month. So let's have it like this. That way we can have year months. Or you know what, let's just create just a month name. We can have the year on a single column and add a drill down to show that, right? That kind of like gives us like a more which includes the future, which is like the goal of this video, to see how we can add many features in a video. So I'm going to add a month name, and I'm going to format this, and I want to format it to just the first three words in the month. I'm going to hit that, and you can see that it has given me the first 3 words in the month. So this is something that's going to happen in our report. Once I build the report, you will see that this stuff here is going to arrange alphabetically. It's not going to arrange the way it's supposed to arrange from January to December. So one thing that we also have to add is the sort. So I'm going to add like a sort here that's going to allow us sort it. But first of all, let's try sorting it by month and see if it's going to work. So let's add a new column here, and let's call this month sort. And I'm just going to grab the month numbers, the month from the date, and this is just grab the month number. So when I click on this month name here, I'll go up here to this column tools, and I'll go to sort column by. I'll click on month. Let me see if it's going to sort it. So this has successfully sorted our month name by the way it's supposed to appear. So when I put this on the chart now, you will see January will come first, and February will come second, and December will come last, irrespective of how it is arranged here. So the next thing that we need to add here before we go back to our report view is the year. So let's add our year column, and I'm going to pick the year column. This is the year column, and I'm going to pick it from the dates, from the date column in the data. So I will hit enter. You can see I already have the date column here. So let's come back to our report view now. You can see that our dashboard is actually coming together. So now I'm going to go ahead and save it. Always remember to save your report, because sometimes Power BI can crash, and when it crashes, everything just goes away. So I want to put it on the desktop so that I can easily find it, and I'm going to call it Power BI interactive dashboard. So I'm gonna save that. So now let's start seeing how we can add more visuals to this Power BI Canva here. So I kind of like have a really high taste for design, but I'm gonna like give it my best. Believe me, you can be better than me. You just have to like follow my steps and tweak it around. Power BI allows you to add a lot of design features. You can like customize it and tweak it around the way you want it. So first and foremost, I want to work on the Canva. So what I want to do is I want to like change like the Canva, the general Canva background. So I don't want it to be white. So I want to change the Canva background. So I'll grab a color here. I want it to be like this white with 20% darker. So I'm going to pick that, and I have to of course reduce the transparency for me to be able to see how it affects the Canva itself. So once that is being applied, the next thing that I want us to do is I want us to add like a header here at the top here that's going to show like we're going to use it to write the title of our report. So I'm going to come here to insert here. I'll go to button, and I'm going to grab this blank button here. Did you see how I did that? I went to insert, I went to button, and I grabbed this blank button here. So sorry, I clicked on something. So I think I clicked on more visuals, right? So it's not loading me more Power BI more videos, but I don't need that. So let's come back to what we're doing initially. So this is the blank button here, and I'm going to like expand it to like cover part of this. So once I do that, I'm going to work on this blank button to make it look like what I want. So what's the first thing that I want here? The first thing that I want here is I'm going to like work on the background. I want the background to be white. And I actually want to take out the border. I do not want it to have any border. And what do I want to do? I want to add like a shadow to it. I want it to be like a shadow to it. And yeah, basically that should be all for now. Until we start adding more other stuff, then we can come back here and see how we can work on this. So let me see. Okay, yeah, so the shadow wasn't added initially. And let me see if I put it on the left, will it be better? Yeah, this doesn't look bad at all. So let's leave it like this. I'm gonna drag it to the end. So now we have like a header at the top here. You can use a text box, you can use a blank button, whatever's stuff that you want to use. But for me, like I say, I prefer having a blank button. It's very easy for me to drag around, because when you put a text box inside here now, it's kind of like it's difficult for you to drag around. You have to like click here, try to drag it around and all that. So me personally, I prefer a blank button, because I can actually do anything I want to do with the text box on it, with just some little touches in the style. So here now, I'm gonna come here and add the title of my report. So the title of my report, it's actually gonna be my YouTube channel title. So it's actually youtube.com/goshedy. So this is the title of our report. I'm gonna put it here. You can see it appeared in the middle, and I'm gonna change the font color to, let's say, something blue. I want blue, because blue is actually the color of my channel. But that particular blue that my designer used for the logo, I'm kind of like, I'm not able to get that particular blue, but I'll try. So let me just leave the font color as 24. So I don't know if 24 is too big, but 24 kind of like gave us like an idea of how bold it could looks like. So that's the title. Believe me, you can change it to anything, but for me, I just want you guys to be seeing my YouTube channel idea, because if you haven't subscribed, you have to hit that subscribe button, because at the end, when we're done with this video, you're going to love what you're going to see. So once that is being done, I'm going to add a logo. I want to add a logo to the left hand side here of the header. So I'm going to come to this, insert, and I will pick an image. So an image, I already have my site logos here. I want to pick this particular one here. So I'm going to pick this one. Actually try removing the transparent background, but it wasn't working. So if you look at this stuff here now, you can see that the color of the blue color here is not the same thing as this, right? So that's what I was trying to like see if I can see how I can work on. So let's see how we can adjust to get this particular color here. So I'm going to come here, and I want to go to that at blue, and let's see if we're going to get that blue color. Do I get it? That's like almost the color, right? I think we can work with this, can we? So yeah, so here you can see we have the title already, and we have this particular logo sitting just right top at the top here. So another thing I want us to add here is I want us to add like a button that when we click on it, it will allow us to select filters in the report, and when we click on it, it will go back again. So let's go to the web and go to icons. Believe me, this is my favorite icons page. I use it to grab any kind of icon at all that I want, that I'm looking for to build a report. So I'm going to search for menu. It's still loading. My internet is not that fast today, so let me allow it to come up. Once it come up, let's search for menu, and you can see it's coming up. So you can see that's actually giving us an idea of different type of menus here that we can choose from. I want something like this. So I'm going to go ahead and download the PNG. Of course, I'll accept cookies so that you can know what I'm doing on your site. So this is the one I want. I think 50 by 50 is not bad. It's not that small, right? 100 by 100 is too big. But let's just choose 100 by 100 so that we can adjust it, right? It downloaded 2 for me. Anyway, so because it downloaded 2 for me, now I have to extract it. So if you don't have something to extract, you can just go and grab WinRAR. It's a free tool online that allows you to allows you to extract any kind of zip file on your system. So let me go ahead and right click, and I'll extract all, and I want to put it in this location. So we have our 2 icons there extracted. It's actually good that we got to, right? So anyone that we put in and doesn't sit well with us, we can just quickly replace it. So let's start with a small one. I'm still on insert. I'm going to come to images, and I'll click on icons, 8 images, and let's grab the small one and see. So it's in here, and I'll just try to like make it little. So let me grab it and put it there. I think this one works fine in it. So you can see our dashboard is coming to place. But believe me, one thing you should know about Power BI, it's not just designing the dashboard, it's the analysis, what you're trying to show. Do you understand? So we're going to try to cover every aspect of this dashboard here. But you should understand that we are more focused on creating an interactive dashboard. You can use this particular dashboard design template to do any kind of in-depth analysis that you want to do at all on your report, and kind of like present it using this here. So let's check our background again and see if it's actually yeah, it's seated the way we wanted. So this has been done now. So what's the next thing for us to do? The next thing for us to do is we have to add like cards here that's going to show like the summary of all of our dollar stuff, like the sales, the profit, and all of that. Let's see how they kind of like play out, right? So I'm going to select this multi-row card here. I'm going to put it right close to this place here, and I'm going to like this, and I actually want to have this. I actually want to format this design that we have on that one, on this one too. So what are the stuff that we want to have here? Let's create another table to have all our measures there, right? So remember, when we were creating a table, we went to table here to create a date table, but now we're creating a physical table that we're going to enter data. So you have to do it from the model view in the report canvas model view. If you're creating the calendar table, or you're creating like a parameter table that you want to do, maybe like to have visual parameters, you can like use this one, the modeling. But if you're creating a measure table, and like you want to like enter, maybe like have record manually enter, then you can use this one here. But here you just want to have like create a blank table and use it for our measures. So I'm gonna do my measure table, and I'm gonna hit my load. So I'll allow it to load, and you can see it has added a table here. And I'm going to save again, because always remember to save. It is very, very important to always save at every instance. So here you can see I already have my measure table down here. It has a default column. Once I start having measures inside and we remove this, it's going to go at the top. But now you can see it is showing us that it is a normal table. It's not showing us the difference that it's a measure or a date table. But we'll resolve that in a very short while. So right click on those 3 dots there. We'll just click on those 3 dots there, and to allow you to choose measure or whatever thing that you want to do. So the first one is we want to add the sales measure, the sales dollar, right? So this is just a sum. So this is sum of sales in the financial record, and we want to make it dollar, and we want to make it 2 decimal place. You can see, and now when we take out this now, it will tell us that this table is a measure table. You can see it has changed. Are you seeing it? It looks like a calculator right now. So we'll say, but always remember that you have to add a measure in the table before you delete the place with that column, else the whole table will go away. So I'm going to right click there again and add measures. We need like some few measures, and the next one is going to be profit. Of course, we have made sales, so let's look at the profit. And for the profit, it's still going to be the same. We want to see the sum of profit, and I'm going to hit that. And you can see it's sitting right there, and we're formatting everything here as 2 decimal places. I'm sorry for that noise. It usually happens when I'm trying to change like the decimal places. So let's add another one. Another one that we want to add here is let's say manufacturing price. Manufacturing. Sorry guys, I'm not really good with spelling. So manufacturing price. I want it to have a unique name. So let's use manufacturing dollar. We're still going to update the name of that profit though. So manufacturing price is here. So we have that, and I want us to change this to put dollar in the front. So we have dollar there. So let's look at our financial record. We have had the sales, we have had the manufacturing price. I think we should look at the sales price as well. You can look at the sales price, or maybe the gross sales, right? The gross sales, I think the gross sales is more important. We have had the manufacturing price, the profit, the sales, then the gross sales is kind of like very important as well. So let's add the gross sales, the gross dollar. So it's gonna be some, and I want to see the gross sales dollar. I'm gonna close that, and I'll format it as dollar, and I'll make this as 2 decimal places. I'm going to save that. So we have added those 4. Let's make 5. 5 is a very good number. Maybe we'll add this cost as well. So add a new number, and cost, and I'm gonna see some, and I'm gonna have the cost from the financial data, and I'm gonna sum it together. Oh, I'm adding it in this table, and Power BI does not allow that. So let's grab that and cut it, because we already have a name there already. So you cannot have the same names of columns in one table. It has to be different names. So let's do that. If I had added gross dollar, I wouldn't have even known. But believe me, I want to show you guys one other trick again. So let's say I come and have it here. Let's say I have it here. I have it here like this. I have it here. Let's say I add underscore to it. This I already have the measure here, and this is not where I wanted to do it. You don't have to delete it and rewrite it again, because sometimes you might have measures in a lot of tables and you want to kind of regroup them in the main table. All you have to do is you just click on the measure and come here and change the home table from that to this. And with that particular approach, you can move any kind of measure that even if you have 100, you don't have to write them. Just move them like that to the measure table, and they'll still work very fine on the report. I hope that help you. As we continue, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Look at the channel name here is goshedy, youtube.com/goshedy. You should share it with your loved ones. I create a lot of amazing videos here on Power BI and data science. So here we have the measures values here, and we already have our multiple card value here. So I'm going to go ahead and add all of these inputs here. You can see I already have all of them here. They're already added, and you can see how they are sitting looking very, very amazing in it. So we need to actually make some small adjustment to this. As you can see here, we are having like this what did they call it again? We are having this accent bar appear at the side here. We might need to make some adjustment to the colors in the measures, so it can kind of like align with our dashboard design, right? So now we have this one seated here. So the next thing for us to do now is we'll come here and we'll have to turn off this accent bar. We do not need it. And one more thing that I want to do is we have to increase the callout value. Let's say I make it like 16. I don't know if you guys like 16. I like 16. So let's make it 16, and let's leave the color as dark. The color as dark is good because we already also have dark in goshedy, but I think bold will be too much, right? So let's not leave it like that. But we can come to the category label and actually make it align with the colors that we have. So we keep it bold, and you can see that everything looks simultaneously. So our dashboard is coming to place. I'm gonna save it, and you can see it's looking a little bit pretty in it. So what kind of visuals do you want to see here? I want us to have like I want us to have like a parameter, right? That will allow us, because we have a lot of stuff here. I cannot just build a visual or like a report showing how the analysis is being analyzed on sales or profit alone. I want us to have like a parameter that kind of like allow us kind of like dynamically select what kind of metrics we want to see in the report. All right, just chill and relax and follow me to the end, and you see how we're going to achieve this. So what's the next thing for us to do? The next thing for us to do is we're going to come to this let's come to modeling tab here, and I'm going to go to new parameter, and we're actually picking fields parameter, and I want my field parameter to be based on these values here. It doesn't matter how you select them. Why are they doubling? This is different from this, right? They were looking the same. We're using my eyes. Okay, this is cost and this is gross, and this is manufacturing, this is profit, and this is sales. So we do not want to add it to a slicer yet. So let's just come here and enter, and once you do that, always remember to hit save. Not just save, also remember to hit that subscribe button. So let's go to the next side. So here you can see we have like a parameter showing us like showing us these particular values here. But one thing that you have to understand is this does not allow us, it does not show. Let me show you guys something. This I pull this parameter value now. I pull it inside this now. Okay. It kind of like shows your dollar sign, but there's something that I wanted to like test and see. But since this worked, they would not have to worry about that. So this is the parameter, and I want us to add like another columns that is going to like give us like is going to like give us like the names of the particular a name that will use in the selected value. Don't worry, let's just add this name now. Once you get to that part, I'm going to tell you the reason for it. So I want to add, for this one, it is the same name, nothing changed. It is cost. That's how it is spelled, right? So the guys that have issue with spelling, so just bear with me. We have added that there in the first index. Then the other one, this is the gross sales, and for this it's the manufacturing price, and for this it is this is the profit. I think it's the same way it is being spelled, profits, right? Please bear with me if I'm making any mistake in my spellings. So the next one, it is sales. So that has been added, but it said we did not add a comma here, so it gave us that error. So here you can see we have this particular column here. I want us to change it to matrix. Let's call this matrix, and I'm gonna like uncheck this, and so now we have two columns now in our parameter. We have the matrix and the value. We do not need this, so let me hide this from the table view. So once I click on that hide, it's not going to appear here. So you can see we have our parameter here that will allow us kind of like dynamically select columns once we kind of like start adding our visuals. So we're going to go ahead and build our visuals first. So when we're done, we're going to add a bookmark that will allow us drill down, like kind of like when we click on this, it's going to like show us the slicers. We'll select slicers, we'll click on it, we go back, and this is like filter the data to what we actually selected. So let's come here and start adding some columns. So we kind of like have the gross sales the cost, gross sale, manufacturing price, profit, and sales. So these numbers are actually relative in the same range, but some of them are actually higher than others. But what are the kind of stuff that we can see it here on? We can try to see how this particular plays out over time. You can as well try to see how this plays out by segments, how this plays out by product, and maybe we can also add how this plays out by country, right? So let's start adding visuals. The first thing I want us to add is the line chart, and like I said, I want to keep the same design for all of them. So I'll click on that, click on format painter, and I will enter it here. So once I do that, it's gonna pick that. So let's leave a small space down here. I'll tell you guys what we're going to use that small space down there for. So this is the line chart. Just want to add it like this, and this line chart, I want to have these parameters here. So instead of me picking one of these here, I'm just going to drag these parameters there and put it in the value. I'll put it in the value, and I'm going to have I'm going to come to the days, and I want to have this month name, and I'm going to have this year, but I want this year to be I want it to be down. I want it to be down, so let's put it here, right? So you can see this has actually given us the drill down and drill through feature. So if I drill down now, you can see it actually showed me from January to February for all the years, but it's actually sorted in, is in descending ascending order. I'm seeing 2013 here, 2013, 2014. It's not supposed to be like that, right? So what is this sorting it on? Let's sort it by month name, and let's sort it ascending. So let's drill down now and see. So I'm still having 2013 in the middle here. It's not supposed to be like that. Am I wrong, guys? I'm not wrong. So what is 2013 doing here? If we have data for 2013, then it's supposed to show that. Let's take out this and put in the actual month column and see. So September was in 2013. So September was in 2013, and November, January, March. So from March to November again, it was 2014. So this particular dates, this date column, this month and year column that we created, they don't work. They obviously don't work well together. So it's either has to be month year. Let me show you guys what I mean by that. If we come back here now, and I add a new column. Add a new column. Let's say I do year month. Just name it month year. Doesn't matter. Name it. They don't work well when they're kind of like separated. So I'm gonna format the date. I'm gonna format the date, and I'm gonna put like year. I want, is it to the month come first and before the year? January 2024. I'm gonna put year. So I'm gonna close that. So here we kind of like see we have the month and the year. So let's sort this now. Let's sort this one now, because if we don't sort it, it's not gonna work well. They kind of like work more better when they're like combined together and not like separately. So let's call this sorts, and I'm gonna like this is how it works. I'm gonna do it like this. Just add 2. So that it pick the month and it pick the year and the month number. So I'll sort this by that. So I'll sort it by sort. so it works fine. So if we use this in the report now, it should work fine. It will work better. It should work better than having them separately. So you can see it actually works perfectly fine. And you can see we have like September, we have October, we have the 2013 coming first, then we have from January to December for 2024, right? Which is like what we actually looking for initially. So with this one now, we can actually have the month, but this is not a good reporting practice. This is not a good reporting practice at all. Let's see, we have the month, and if we drill down like this, you can see it's kind of like doubling it. You can see we have January, we have February. So it is not like a good practice. So it's either you use the month year or you grab the date column itself, and the date column kind of like gives you like interval. It kind of like skips some months. You can see like October is not showing on the map, and between November and January 2024, some months are being hidden. It kind of like gives you like an interval, but it gives you that drill up, drill down feature whereby you can drill down to the last and as well as drill back up. So for this video, we're just going to leave it on this drill because we're trying to see how we can drill down and drill up. So let's leave it just like this. So sorry guys, we took a little while explaining this particular part. I just want to make sure I cover everything so that you understand it. Remember, I'm trying to help you see how you can achieve like some minor things in your day-to-day business tasks. So the next thing that we're adding here is we're still going to have that bookmark parameter, but I just want to have it. Let's say I have it. Let's keep it just here and let's drag it down. So I just want to have it like a uniform space between all of them. So we're still putting this parameter in the x-axis, and want to first of all see it by product. Want to see how the product play out for each parameter. You can see all the filters showing here, all the colors showing per particular parameter that we have in the report. Like I say, we are using this purple color, so we're still going to go through this to make sure that we tweak the color so that the colors on the page are not too much. So we're still going to do some editing to this, but let's just finish adding these visuals and scene. So let me see how segment look like. I think we have very few segments, so maybe we should try do not chat. Does do not work? Maybe it has too much information. So it's showing us the percentage and the figure. Maybe we should just kind of like work on this so it doesn't like show too much information. So category, percentage of total, maybe just percentage, since we're already seeing the numbers on here. So maybe the percentage alone will just be okay for the parameters. But here, since the statement itself are kind of like a legend on its own, it's kind of like difficult for us to see this in a do not or by chart. So it doesn't give us like a more proper like analysis view. So let's change this back to this, so that with this now the legends are going to be based on the metrics, which are like the cost, the gross, the manufacturing and all that. Because if you use a pie chart now, a pie chart only work when you have like only one value, trying to like distribute something, right? So that has been done. Let's see another particular one that we can have and use it to like show all of these sales, profit, manufacturing, gross and cost in one page. So let's add another visual. But before that, let me address this a little bit. We're still going to come back to this, and I want you guys to hit that subscribe button, because I know you're already loving this video already. You're loving the manual and the kind of like beginner friendly way I'm going with this. Forgive me if you're a pro in this video and we're kind of like slow. The reason why I'm going very slow for this is because there are others who this is the first time they're using Power BI, and it will actually be very essential for them that I go beginner friendly as possible. So I'm going to do that, and so we can have these 3 videos fitting well here. I'm going to come here and adjust this, and let's take out the statement. Let's see one more thing again that we can put here. We already have statement, we already have product. Maybe we can see the discount band. So the discount band gonna show if it's high, medium, low, or none. So this is like actually a very beautiful analysis. Let me just collapse this for us to have a closer view of it. Are you seeing it? I told you that there's a space down here, and I want to use it for something else. I'm actually coming to that. So always remember to save. Anytime you make an analysis, remember to save, right? So let's make some adjustment to this report. After that, we're going to work on the titles, right? So there are things that I want to take out here. So first of all, I want to take out the titles. Let's open our format. I'm going to do some little formatting here. This title, I don't want it to be there because I want it to be a dynamic title. So once we add the dynamic title, I'm going to show you guys how to add the dynamic title and how that can work. And let's clean up our dashboard and make it look very, very clean. So you can see this going to reduce the noise on the report. And let's clean up our x-axis. I don't want the title to be there. We don't want the title because we're already seeing the metrics. We're seeing it clean. The only thing that we're interested in, it's actually the what is on the y or x-axis. Here we can see the product, we can see the segment, we can see the discount. And even here, since we are kind of having like a title that we're going to explain everything to us, I think we can also reduce the noise on that aspect. So let's take out this as well. Let's take out the product. Let's take out the but for now, let's leave it. Let's just leave it now. The reason why I want us to leave it is because we are still adding dynamic title, and it will be essential for us to know what we're doing. So let's leave it for now. So once we are done with that, we can actually come and clean it up. So our dashboard is kind of respecting this particular color up here. So but we have a lot of information in here, so it will actually be essential for us to kind of like tweak our colors to kind of follow what we have up here a little bit, right? So I'm going to put a video in the description that's going to show you guys how to kind of like tweak colors. If you want to like click something and want a particular color to show, then you can kind of like tweak it and enable that particular this thing in the particular feature, I mean, in Power BI. So just stick with me and let's go through this to the end. So what's the next thing that I want to do here? The next thing I want to do here is I want to actually see how I can start working on the colors of this particular charts here. So let's come to bars. I'm going to come to bars, and you can see the series is kind of selecting all. The default color for all is the blue, but there's one that I want to actually make sure it picks the color that we have in the report, the ones that are actually more loud. So if you look at this now, the cost is the one that has a particular color, and I want you to respect that. I have another pink one, which is like the sales, right? And let's just change it to black. But is this too black? Maybe let's make it gray. All right. So this kind of reduces the noise on the report, right? So I'm just gonna like pick this, and I'll copy the color here, and I'll pick this, and I'll still copy the color here. So I'm gonna reduce the noise on the report. So maybe this blue too, we should actually work on it. Maybe the color is too much. Let's come to bars, and that blue is actually gross sales. So let me look at the gross sales. The gross sales, I want to have something maybe more darker, right? It's kind of like it's making sense right now, right? So the other one, which is profit, I want profit to, let's pick something that is within our scope, right? So you can see that we have managed to edit the colors on this to look exactly the way we want. So right, so here you can see that we have actually like worked on these colors, and you can see manufacturing is actually very small, so which is why you cannot see it. It's very small. It's a very small number. That's why you cannot see it. But believe me, by the time we add this a bookmark that kind of like we add like a dynamic column that allows us to the switch between the metrics. You're going to see the value for that particular manufacturing dollar. So here you can see our dashboard is actually looking sweet, right? So the last thing down here, I know you guys are curious to know what I'm going to add down here. So I'm going to like copy this this particular title that I have here, and let me make this go up a little bit. I'm going to shift it again, but let's keep it like this. So I think it's fine like this, and I'm going to shift this down a little bit and take it up a little bit as well. Let me just close this one down here, then I'm gonna like shift it up, then I'll create a space. So I want us to add some few things down here. This is like the refresh date. So I'm gonna come here and turn off the title for this, because the title is still there. Professionally is not allowed. It's not good for you to just leave something on the report because it's not visible. So I want to add like a refresh date, and the refresh date I want it to be a card. So I want to drag the card down there. I'm gonna drag the card here, and I want it to be like this. The refresh date, I want it to be the latest date for this. Yeah, and where's the date? Let's put it here, and let's change this to latest. That's when it was refreshed last, and we'll have to make it look as small as possible. We have to turn off this so it stops pushing it up. You can see it's now in the middle. That's when it was refreshed last, and we have to change the color to the color that we have in the report, and let's make it bold. Right, so you can see. Does that make sense? You can add a lot of things down here, such as like some, maybe if the confidential report, if it's whatever type of that you want to add down here. But I think this look better like this. So let's minimize our report again and look at it from a closer view. Let me kick this up. Are you loving the dashboard? Are you looking at the dashboard? You see how amazing the dashboard look like? Are you looking at it? So now we've kind of like designed our dashboard, makes it look very enticing and nice from a very simple custom sample data set, but we still have a long way to go, and I don't want you guys just run away. I want you to stick with me till the end. And one more thing I want you guys to do is, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. So what's the next thing that I can do now? So the next thing we can do now is for us to add like a drop down that's going to like show us on how to like, maybe like when we click on this, it's gonna like drill down for us, like give us like a kind of like a bookmark feature that will select the visuals, and when we close it, it goes back again. So let's see how we can do that real quick. So I like buttons. I like buttons very much, believe me. And so I'm gonna come here. Let me drop this down so that it doesn't confuse you. So I'm gonna pick a button. This time I'm picking a shape. Forgive me. So I'm gonna pick a shape, and in the shape I want to pick something that speech bubble. Is this a speech bubble? How do I switch this to point here? How do I like turn it, like rotate it? I've not done that before. Let me see if I can do it. How do I rotate this? Let's say I choose 90. 90. Good. So there you see, guys, we already have it. So I just want you to point here like this. When I click this, I want you to like pop out, like show me like a small like bring the tongue out. Then when I like close it, it goes back again. That is what I want. So I have that little guy there sitting there looking very cute. So I want to add like a color to it, like a background color to it. So I'm just gonna make it I don't know if this is gonna change it. Does this really work? But it still has that. So let's just turn off the border, because the border is giving us those blue lines on it, and I want this to completely cover here. I'm gonna like open it down, and yeah, I don't want it to look messy when I open it. So let's drag it like this. Cool. So now let's start adding some information to it. So informations to it. What I mean informations, I mean the kind of slices we want to have in this report. So now I'm gonna start creating, adding slicers in on top of it. So on top of this, I want to have like a slicer that will look like this, and I want that slicer to be, I want it to be, this my parameter, this my matrix here, and I want it to be like a drop down. I want it to be a drop down, so I'm gonna make it a drop down. You can see I have all my matrices here. You can see when I select one matrix here, you can see how it change. Are you seeing it? So that's what I was telling you guys, that with this particular bookmark here, it allows us to see a lot of metrics in one report. In one report, you can view a lot of metrics. Are you seeing it? So it's kind of like very, very essential. Are you seeing it? So I'm gonna like allow this to be here first. We'll come back to that later. So for now, I want to have I want this one to have a border. Sorry that I kind of took out the border from the this thing. I took out the border from the card, but I want the border to be here. So let's just leave the border here. So I want this. I just want to have a few slicers here. So let's drag it to cover this side. No, let's leave this small space here because I want to put something there. Let's leave this small space here. I want to put something there. So let's put this one here, and we'll duplicate it. We want to have something else here. To have something like let's see, like the product, and let me duplicate it again. And here I want to have something like, we have segment in the report, right? Let's have segment. We need to have a date. We need to have our date slicers in the report as well. So we might need to reduce the size of this, guys, so we can have like another slicer down there, right? So that's too small. So let me adjust this ones to come up a little bit, and this one here too. Let's take it up a little bit. So the last one that I want us to have here is the date one. So this is a date one, and this one obviously be bigger because we're kind of having like a between slicer there. I'll explain that to you in a moment. So I'm gonna add this, and I don't want it to be a drop down. I want it to be a between. So let's go and change it to a between. If yours does not change a between, make sure your date is formatted as a date. If it's not a date, if it's a text, you cannot change it to a between. That a between is only available when your date is formatted as a date. Are you with me? So we have had these guys here. So I want to also add one thing here again, like a button, because this is gonna be like a hide and collapse. So it's only gonna be available when we open this particular stuff. So once we click on this, it will hide again because it is blocking some visuals here, right? So let's change the view of this. Let's change the color of this. I mean, the icon color. Let's see if this works. And yeah, it kind of worked. So we have this here. So the next thing for us to do now is to group this because it's a bookmark. So it'd be nice for us to have them in one group so we can easily like hide and collapse it. So you can come to format here and group it, or you can just right click on it and everything will be grouped into one. So we have this guy here now. So let's save again. So now what's the next thing to do? The next thing for us to do now is to have that bookmark. So come to view here, click on selections and bookmark. So everything that is on the dashboard is going to pop out in this place here, including that group. So when I close this guy, you can see it just went off. And when I bring it back, it comes back again. So let's close it and add a bookmark. So let's add this one. Let's call this one show. Show. If you don't know how to do bookmark on selected visuals, or you want to learn how to do bookmarks, I've created a lot of series on this, the same playlist that explains to us on how to create on this same series that talks about Power BI Weekly. So but to make it easier for you, I will drop a video in the link in the description. Just click on it and learn how to use bookmark on selected visuals, or how to familiarize or make yourself a pro in bookmarks. So we have added this show here. I'm going to go ahead and update it. I don't want it to change. I don't want it to save the data. I don't want it to save like the visuals itself, like the skeleton. Let's say I change one thing here. I don't want it to save it. I don't want it to save only the visual. So I'm just gonna go ahead and update it. Remember, you are seeing one feature here. Say selected visuals. We are doing it on all the visuals. If you want to learn bookmark on selected visuals, I'm repeating it once again. I'll drop a video link in the description. Go ahead and learn how to do it. So I'm gonna save this here as show. Everything here is going to be as show. So I'm gonna go ahead and hide this one. So this one here now, I'm going to save this particular page here now. This page that has this bookmark, they had this button open here. I'm going to have it. I'm going to show it as I'll save this one as hide. I'm going to save this one as hide. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the data, and because I might decide to change the slicers values, so I'm going to go ahead and update it. So for this one here, I want it that when I click on this button, I want it to go back to show. So the actions, I don't want it to be back, I want it to be bookmark, and I'm going to take him to show that hey boy, when I click on you, take me to show. And for this one, when I click on it, I want it to actually take me to hide. So bookmark is going to be hide. When I click on this one, take me to hide. So you can see my bookmark has been enabled. So let's test it before I kind of take out the bookmark. So you can see when I click on this comes out. I select one matrix. Let's say I select profit, and I go back. You can see my profit is still remaining there. You see showing me that yeah, I've filtered profit, but you don't know if you filtered profit or not because the title is not there, right? So we still have to like see how we can like make that possible. So when I click this bar, it's going to come back. I'm going to clear this slicer and I'm going to close it, and the dashboard will go back to looking the way it was. Tell me you're loving this video. Are you loving it? If you're loving it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Like and subscribe. We still have a long way to go. So so we are done with that bookmark part. The next thing for us to add dynamic titles. So I'm gonna come here and I want to show you guys one more other thing again. And what I want to show you guys is how to group measures in one table. So I don't want to have mini measures showing here. So come to model. When you come to model, expand properties. When you expand properties, come to display folder. Display what? Folder. So here, click on the measure name. So for this particular measures here now, I want him to have a particular display folder. So what display folder do I want it to have? I want this one to have. I want it to fall under metrics. So I'm gonna copy this, hit enter. You can see the created the folder for me. So I'm gonna have this one. I want it to go under metrics. Where is display folder? Here. Display folder and Brussels. If you're tired, just pause the video and go and get yourself a cup of coffee and come back. I'll still be here waiting for you. So I'm gonna click on that, and for this, let's enter that, and you can see we have all the metrics now in one folder in our measure table. So now we can create another one, and we can call it title. So this one, I want to call this one product title. I see my measure, and what do I want to add here? I want to say if it's blank. So if nothing is selected, right? If it's blank, if nothing is selected, the matrix from parameters. The matrix from parameters. Is it matrix? What did I call it as? I'm coming, guys. I'm going to come back to that. Let's check which name I call this column because it's not referencing. It's metrics. Okay, so let's create a new measure here. And if it's ranked, the metrics. Why am I unable to if it's blank? I'm coming, guys. Let me text something. Oh, I think I also need a bottle of water. Just give me 1 second. Let me take 1 bottle of water. Yeah, because I'm kind of like getting tired as well. So if it's blank, cannot just call a column name. So I need to add another measure inside, right? So the measure is going to be selected value, and that's what's going to pull out the value for us. So if this value is blank, right? What do I want it to show? I want it to show all metrics by product, right? But if something is selected, right? I want it to show. But if this is selected, something is selected, then show selected value in the say by what products. So that's for this one. So I'm gonna come down here and close this measure. So this is a dynamic measure title. We cannot allow you to, like, once you select a title, it's gonna like show. Once we finish writing them, I'm going to test it for you and show you how it works. So we have the one for product, segment, discount, band, and overtime. So let's come back to our model and continue writing them. So we've done the one for product. Now let's do the one for segment title. And I say if it's blank, then show this one. This is the only thing you are changing. This one here. Segment and this part as well. You can see how DAX works. Is that how it's spelled? I have issue with spelling, guys. Forgive me. Is it segment or segment? I think it's pronounced segment. So yeah, this is the correct ways to do it. So that has been done. So the next one will be by band. This one will be discount band. So here we see this. Let's call this one discount band. This is called discount band, and this is also called discount band. Oh guys, this video is getting very long. I don't know if it's too long. Let me quickly check it and see. We're actually gone like 1 hour 30 minutes. Wow. Well, don't worry, I'll soon be done, guys. So this is called by discount bound, and so let's save that, and let me. Okay, see the remaining one again. One is overtime. This is overtime, and let's put this. This is. Let's call this one time. All matrix overtime. Nothing is selected, so you can see this kind of like clean up our report, make it looks very clean when you use like selected visual. So overtime. Overtime. So yeah, we have all our this thing, but like I told you, I want everything to be in one folder. So let's change the folder for this. Oh, I went and added them inside this thing. I went and added them inside this thing, inside the matrix system. But let's change this one. Let's move it to title. Let's move this one to title. Let's move this one to. I thought I copied that. Let's move that to title. Let's move this to title. It's still remaining one, right? It's supposed to be 4. Okay, yeah. This one too. So now you can see we have 2 folders. One is for matrix and one is for our title. And this is like a very clean way of arranging your report. It kind of like makes you, if I want to edit title now, I know that I'm coming to title folder and I can easily do it there. So always remember to save, and let's come back here and add the title. So this one now is supposed to be discount bound. I told you guys that we should just leave the y-axis and we're going to take it out later. So come to that, and I'm going to open these in title, and I want to pick band. So when nothing is selected, show what's all matrix by discount band. So same thing for this one. That's segment, right? Yeah. So this is going to be segment, all matrix by segment, and this one is going to be product. Nope, the title. So let's change this to title, and I think we should make it look. The dark color is fine, right? Yeah. But the bold will be too loud, so let's just leave it the way it is right now. So the last one here is the overtime. Open my major table, and let's check the time. So that has been selected, and I think our bookmark is working fine. So I think we can take out this from the sidebar. I take them out, and let's have a quick view of our dashboard again. Let's see how it looks like. So are you seeing this? Oh my god. So let me just select one place, and at least I select sales and go back. Are you seeing it? It shows me sales by product, sales by segment, sales by discount bound, sales over time. Like it's kind of like, it's so sweet. It gives you like an overview of everything that you're looking for in your report, just at a glance. Are you seeing it? At a glance. So it's like, it's called a dynamic It's called a dynamic. It's called a dynamic title. So let me select this one. Did you see how everything change? Did you see how this one change? Did you see how this one change? Did you see how it works? It's not like it's very, very, very essential in reporting. And if believe me, if you learn these skills, it's gonna upgrade. It's gonna like upgrade your reporting skills to the next level. To the next level, guys, because I use this every day in my day-to-day business tasks. So before I proceed to the last part, which is like adding like a detail page that we can drill through from here to that page, I want you guys to do me a favor. Just hit that subscribe button because this is a very wonderful video. I want you guys to share this video to your loved ones. Believe me, if you create this kind of dashboard and put it on your resume, the employees are going to call you because this is a very wonderful dashboard. Are you like with me? Because this is something that can actually be used in a day-to-day business task, right? So let's move to the next task. And what's the next task? The next task is I want to see how we can actually create like the detail page. So the detail page is going to be like this page, but let's just call this one the summary page. I promise you guys I'll be ending soon because the video is getting too long. I myself don't like it anymore because of how long it looks like. So, but I'm pleading with you to just give me a little time and let's display details. Yeah, so let's take out some stuff from here that we don't need, such as these ones. We do not need these ones, do we? No, but let's just keep one that we can copy formatting from. So I'm gonna drag in the table. I'm gonna drag in a table just right here, and I want to format this table and paste it here, and I can get this guy out now. So let's bring it down and make it looks very nice. Yeah, just a very uniform space within. So now you can see we have a detailed page. This is actually very simple. The only thing you need to do here is just drag those values in. So of course we want to see the date first. We want to see the date will come first. We're gonna have this date come first. I did not click the page. Okay, have this date come first, and I want it to just show like a normal date. Do not give me any hierarchy. So after that, I want to have the parameter values. So let's have that values like distributed accordingly. And the next thing we're going to have is we're going to have like some stuff here that we view in the report, such as a discount band, such as the products, the segment, and maybe it will be cool for us to actually have the country as well. So we can actually see the country as well. So you can see our dashboard looking actually very cool right now. That we're adding a lot of features now. So I want to do one more thing again. Let's see how we can add like a little design to this particular report here, this particular table I mean. So let's come here and go to the grid view. And the horizontal color, let's pick this as a horizontal color, and the color for the header we can leave it like that, but I want the borders to also be the same color, so that we can have the same border for this color as well. So let's see how we can like drag this to the end, so our table is going to look like uniform. But now we do not have like the back button yet, like the drill through button, like kind of like takes, like when we right click from there, it's going to drill through to this page. So what do we need to do to have that drill through button? Since each report here have the parameter field, we can just drag the parameter field to the detail page. Let's put this one here, and when you do that, always make sure you keep all filters from the first page. So once you add a drill through, Power BI automatically creates a back button for you. You see, it kept the back button there, but that doesn't really look cool, does it? So we're gonna like take it to the back here, and do some little touches to the guy and make him fall in line. So it looks like what we're actually playing with here. So you can see our report is looking very, very cool right now. Are you seeing it? So if I like kind of like click on this, it will bring me back here to the main page. So let's say I right click on this one now. I can right click on it. Oh, we still have to add these values. So let's come here and add these values to the read through as well, which is this one that we have on the x-axis, right? Yeah, I want to be sure that I'm doing the right thing for you guys. Let's go to the summary. Just click on this. So it's the ones we have on the y-axis. So the one they have the x-axis is the one we have added down here. So let's open this financial record. I'm gonna drag country down here. We don't have country there, do we? No. But we do have discount band. We do have our date. I'm gonna add that too. We have discount band. We have product, and we have segment, and finally we have our date as well. So you can see everything that's been added here. Let me just collapse so that you can see all of them. Are you seeing all of them? Where they come up? They all appear here. So I believe the read through should work perfectly fine now. See, if I right click on it, it can see read through to detail page. When I read through on there, it's going to filter the whole data to show me only those numbers, right? For when that product that we selected, and what's the product that and what's the metric that we selected? We selected the gross. For when gross is 4178. So when gross is a particular 4178, we had all of these prices here. We had all of these prices here for that, for sales, for profit. When gross sales was this was what we made for all of this. I seen it. But there's something I want to add. I want to add here. One more thing I want to add here, because you see, when you read through here, let's say you want to go back to a detail page, you want to see the details, like you want to see how they actually look like, right? So you can come here, right? Let me just take this guy out. No. Let's put it there. You can have. Let me take this guy out, right? You can have something here that looks. Now let's take this one up. This one will look like the slicer. This one will look like the back button. That will be the back button. And let's clear these slicers that we selected from the read down page. Let's clear it down here. So I want to save this particular information here. So I'm gonna come here to view again. I'm gonna create like another quick bookmark, and I want the bookmark to, I'll call it save, and I want it to save this information the way it is, like this. I want it to save the data. I'm gonna update it, right? So I'm gonna add another small button here, just a quick button here. So let me clear the filters. So let's add it here. Let's call it clear filters. Let's call it clear filters, right? So I'm gonna like change the font. I think we should leave the font like that. Maybe turn off the border and put a fill color. I don't know if that works. Does it sit well? Doesn't sit well. So let's take that out for now, and let's just leave a small border for it. Just add the border to be this. So now when we read through from that page and come here, we can click on this and it will go back to the normal numbers that we have. This 67,000. Let me show you. So let's say I come to this high here when the discount band was high, and I read through. you can see that all the discount band are high, right? You can see that it has filtered all the numbers to be when discount band was high. When I click on this now, I've not added it yet. Let me add the action. Remember, you're doing this on the desktop. So when you're doing this on the desktop, you have to always you have to hold the control button down for you to enable the action. So I'm going to change it to bookmark, and I want it to be safe. So let's go back now. So now we are still on the high discount bound. So when I click on this now, you can see it has clear everything back to the way it was. And I'll click on back, it will bring me back here again. You can see it's actually a very wonderful practice. It's kind of very, very essential for reporting. So basically, we have gotten to the end of this video. And if you love this video, which I am sure you do love it, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button, and be sure to like and share this video to your loved ones, because believe me, it's going to help somebody out there. So when you're done with this, you can publish it to your organization. To me, I'm just going to publish the video to my own workspace. It's very easy to publish. Come to the home page and hit on publish here, and I'm going to save it and publish it to my workspace. You can see my workspace is loading up. This is my workspace here, goshedy. Once I hit that, it's gonna publish to my workspace. After a while, this is done for it to load. While it is loading, I want you to be sharing this video to your loved ones. I want you to be like hitting that subscribe button. I want you to drop any question that you have in the comment section. If you want to understand how to analyze that, there's some more tricks to this dashboard that we've just built here. You can just go ahead and check out some of the videos I've created on this particular same series, right? You can go ahead and check out these videos on how to add bookmark on selected visuals, how to do some like amazing tricks on your Power BI dashboard. You can hold on there while I wait for this video to like sign me in, and let's kind of see the video, see the how this particular dashboard appears on the workspace. So just go ahead there and just stick in there, and let's see how it loads on the workspace. And I'm pretty sure you guys have followed me from the beginning to the end and you're very tired, but I'm just asking you to give me like a few more seconds. Like I'm asking for greedy more seconds to see how this loads on the workspace. And in my next video, I'm going to build a gateway. I'm going to show you guys how we can refresh this data set here. This dashboard that we have built, I'm going to build a gateway. I'm going to show you guys how to refresh this dashboard. You can see this is how it looks like on the workspace, and every other feature that we have added on the desktop is also available here on the workspace. But one more thing again, that on the workspace here, you do not have to hold the control button to click this. Once you just click this here, and once you click this button here, this particular stuff here will pop out. You do not have to hold your control button to click the back and forth button. Once again, thank you for watching. Stay blessed, guys.